Do you know that the best language learners take regular breaks from language learning? آیا ئەزانیت باشترین قوتابانی زمان زۆر جار پشوو لە فێربوونی زمان وەرئەگرن؟ Maybe the biggest step to improving your English is that you need to rest more. لەوانەیە گەورەترین هەنگاوت بۆ باشترکردنی ئینگلیزیت ئەوە بێت کە پێویستت بە پشوودانی زیاتر. Today we'll be talking about the importance of rest for language learning. گرنگی پشوودان بۆ فێربوونی زمان. با دەست پێ بکەین. Let's get started. In order to learn a language well, you must take regular rest. پشوودانی بەردەوام پێویستە. Your brain needs time to rest in order to process what you have been studying. This is how our brains work. If you only study and you don't take breaks, your brain won't have the time it needs to organize and to remember everything that you have studied. But most people don't understand how important rest is for the process of language learning. They think if they just get more hours of language study, their language will improve. But it's not only the quantity of hours that matter, chandayati. It's the quality, chonayati. 1 hour of language study that you remember is better than 3 hours of language study that you can't remember. So, what does regular rest look like for a language learner? First, think about daily rest. Pshudani rojana. When you sit down to study a language, don't do this for more than 90 minutes at a time. After you have been studying for about 90 minutes, you will notice that your brain is getting less clear. This is natural, and it means it's time for a break. If you want to study for several hours every day, then I recommend that you have 2 or 3 periods of 90 minutes that you spread out throughout your day. For example, 90 minutes in the morning and 90 minutes in the afternoon. Then every week take 1 whole day to rest from language learning. یک روزی استراحت لهمو هفته‌دا. On that day, don't do anything related to the language that you are learning. Give your brain a whole day to rest. When it comes to weeks of study, after 6 or 8 weeks, take 1 whole week as a break from language study. And every year, try to take a whole month where you are not doing any language study. But Mamosta, this is so much time being lost. Why should we rest so much? Again, the most valuable kind of learning, bahaitrin jori fērbūn, is where your brain is able to process, organize, and remember what you have been learning. By resting in this way, you are giving your brain the chance that it needs to make your learning permanent. Chaspao. Sometimes when we were living in Kurdistan, we would travel back to the US during the summer. And these trips might be 3 or 4 weeks long. I used to be worried that my Kurdish would be really bad when we got back from these trips because of all of the language practice that I was missing. But every time when we got back to Kurdistan, I was amazed at how well the Kurdish part of my brain was working. It had gotten some good rest, and now it was full of energy. So, what does your study time look like? Do you take rests after 90 minutes of study? Do you take 1 whole day off for rest every week? Do you take 1 week of rest after every 6 weeks or 8 weeks of study? And have you ever thought about taking 1 whole month just for rest from language study? I encourage you to try this kind of program and to experience the good results. Trust me, your brain will thank you. Until tomorrow, hata sabene. Khwahafiz.